So it's Mr. Tush again, and we're going to take a look at the extra credit part. Now that's this part here with three times text items with three different formatting elements. So what you're going to want to do here is you are going to want to put together a page that has at least three different text elements in it. Now what are text formatting elements? Well, in HTML, the formatting elements are additional tags that allow for things like boldface and italics and things like that. The most common are bold and italics. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at three different kinds just so you can get used to how it works. The first I'm going to include is I'm going to include some boldface, or sorry, some italics text. So oftentimes you want to italicize something in a paragraph for whatever reason. And to do that, I'm going to just italicize Global Communications Academy. So right here, I'm going to make this right here, this little line of text, italicized, just because I want to be able to use those tags. And the way to use them, so you know, italics is an I tag, so that'll be easy to remember. It's an I tag. Remember, I have to open it and I have to close it. Well, I'm going to open it right before the G in global. Open the tag, I, and then at the very end, even before the period, I'm going to close the I. And I have to type in an I, so let's type it correctly. And you will find, and sometimes text editors will do this, is a text editor will take the letter I and it will capitalize it. It's HTML, it doesn't matter. That's perfectly fine. Type it in there, refresh the page, and if I do it right, this should now become italics. Keep your eye on this. Here we go. Yes, it worked. It says I have to do three items, three different formatting elements. Let's take a look at our list. Well, let's look at this thing that says bold. Well, bold literally is that. How do you boldface a piece of text? So I'm going to boldface the New York Mets because I can't. Now I'm going to boldface Global Communications Academy in my address. Let's change that. So right up here, this is a little bit blah. And I want to take a look at Global Communications Academy being nice and strong. So to do that, I need to use the B for bold. So I'm going to tell it to boldface that text. B, and save, refresh, and if I do it right, this should go boldface. And there it does. So now it's a little bit better looking. Now, I wonder about this tag here called strong. Important text gets a strong tag. Now, most of the time, probably 80 to 90% of the time, your browser will read strong as bold. You may do your entire project and never see a difference between strong and bold. That's fine. What I expect is I'm going to go over in here and I'm going to make the New York Mets my strong tag. Why? Because why not? So over here, I'm going to add a strong tag, strong, and then over here, close the strong tag. Save it, and something should happen to the New York Mets. Correct, as expected, it is strong. But what I'm doing right now is I'm putting in strong and I'm putting in bold up here. It's having the same effect. The other thing I can do is I can also put two tags together. So I'm going to italicize the New York Mets and close that off. And now watch. Now I've got strong and I, New York Mets, close the I, close the strong. Notice that I open and close the I, and then the strong is outside of it. Matter of fact, let me show you that this way so you can see it. Take a look at what I did here. Scroll it up. I have the I directly around it, and then I have the strong around the outside. Just like an algebra statement when you have parentheses. The big parenthesis is strong, so the whole thing is strong, and then everything within the tags is italicized. To emphasize what I'm talking about, I can make the word York italicized and the rest of it not. So I, save, watch what happens now. I have the New York Mets as opposed to the New Orleans Mets. The New York Mets for as long as I remember, because what I've done is I've put the I tag around New York. Now it looks kind of goofy, but it makes the point that I've got three different tags. I've put in a boldface tag here, I've put in an italic somewhere else in my paragraph and a strong somewhere else in my paragraph. And I've even nested them. So this I is just italicizing York. Strong is the entirety of New York Mets. So the new in the Mets has the strong tag. York has both strong and italics tags working on it. I hope that helps you understand it. That is enough to get you 10 points of extra credit on your assignment. Hope it helps.